much for coming, and thank you at home for watching. Yes, it's the Christian View, where we take today's hot topics. We weigh them against the Word of God, because God does have a view in all things, and we're so blessed and fortunate to have the beautiful and successful actress, Miss Ali Froid, with us today. And the first time I think we came in contact or saw Ali was at the Georgia Entertainment Gala, as she was going up in her beautiful white dress to accept the Rising Star Award. So thank you so much for being here, Ali.
Thank you.
Ali, we would love to hear about your journey into acting, like what age you got started, roles that you've had, your favorite roles that you've had, and kind of what your dreams are at this age. What's your dreams and your goals?
Sure. I started acting at a very young age, but it was something where I was acting as a dream. So like I never thought I would ever be able to get to the point where I could do it as a job. And so I went to school, got my master's degree in cosmetology. And I did that for many years, saved up enough money and said, all right, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna give myself a year because I have enough savings and try it out. So I went and did audition after audition after audition and finally booked roles, got an agent. And my favorite role I've ever done is Swamp Murders on Investigation Discovery.
You know, I wanted to ask you about that because my husband is addicted to those shows. So I'm sure I've seen you, I just didn't know it because I noticed you did some on the ID channel or Discovery and then that one. So what was that like?
That specific episode was very near and dear to my heart because it's a true story about a woman who is only 23 years old who was raped, murdered, and killed. And her brother was her father figure. So after we taped the episode, it aired, he found out on IMDb who played her, which was me, and he reached out to me. And I literally talked to them every holiday.
Wow.
Like
You're their family
every
now.
other week. Yes.
That's awesome.
It is. It's amazing. And so, and he said, you know, before, like when I was watching the show, you looked and acted just like her, you know, so I just felt like we had so much in common.
What a compliment.
It is.
It was the best.
You know, what I think is so interesting is when you do meet actors, actresses, and you get to meet them, how their personality is so different from what you see on screen. Because I was just looking at you and thinking about one of the projects you did, and you were just like hollering and running, and you know.
They showed that at the gala. Oh, yeah, like you were terrified.
You know, and she's just so reserved here, and you know.
I was looking on your website, and you have so many diverse characters. You have funny characters where you're like the nerd, and then you have an abused wife, and so many different things that you have played, and you change your look a lot. What's your favorite? What do you like the best?
I love comedy. I'm really goofy.
You go,
I am
girl.
so
You go,
goofy,
girl.
so I love it. But I really do love true stories because it gives me so much backstory to go off of. It gives me bringing justice to somebody who has been in that situation to really be able to bring that story to life. So just bringing that character and giving it on
You know,
screen
I love
is so
one of the
amazing.
things you said when you did your acceptance speech, and you said, you know, and I know I had all my grandkids there that night, but you reached out and you told everybody in that audience to pursue their dreams. Do not give up. If that's what you want to do it. There's nothing stopping you from doing it.
There isn't. Only yourself.
And you
Only
know that for a fact. If you want to do something bad enough, you can make a way to do it.
Absolutely.
Well, that's true. And talk about in modeling, because you started out in modeling what was it, in 2002, do I remember?
Yes,
quite
quite
a few
while
years,
ago.
which you don't even look like you've, you know, old enough to have been modeling for that long. You started as a baby, I guess. But anyway, so tell us a little bit about how that was, you know, getting started into modeling and what challenges maybe
Were
that
your
you
parents
faced.
behind you in all this?
Yes and no, to a certain extent. They did take me to see agencies to get on for modeling. But there are, you know, trials when you do that, and there's a lot of times when you have to look yourself in the mirror and you're told, you know, you could lose a little bit here or there, or you could change this look and it'll, you know, it'll sell more, you know. Now we have Photoshop, so you can make yourself look skinnier. But I don't agree with that. But I just think being healthy and being fit is definitely good enough. Why not, right? So it was. Back then it was even harder to get into that industry because you're just so critiqued everywhere, everything about your whole body.
Our whole society, you're right, and media is obsessed with bodies. I mean, they are, and I think it's just, how do you handle that, or what do you recommend for people who look at you and look up to you? Obviously, many people do. What would you say to that little girl who wants to be you?
honestly just being yourself, because you can't be anybody but yourself, you
That's
know? So
right.
you really just have to
Not
be the
gonna
best
last.
you that you can possibly be. My most important thing that I tell everybody, if I ever sign pictures, it's always respect yourself and respect others.
That's right.
Because as long as you do that, then you're getting respect back, you know, and you're going to go much further. If you're kind, you're going to get more jobs. People are going to like you. They're
You're
going to
right.
want to work with you. If you're not fun to work with, then, you know, you're not going to
You're
be
right.
wanted back. And it gets around very easily. Like, if you're not good on set, people will find out and they won't want to work with you. So it's just being a kind, genuine person.
Well, Lisa, do your kids want to get into acting? I know you've got a very entertaining family.
They're into everything. Yeah, we have the Broadway family. You know, singing, dancing, acting.
Right. That's
You know, and I just love that you do a lot of things. And one of the things I really like is your accountability, and I think that's what's lacking in the industry today, because a lot of celebrities think that, you know, it does. I'm not raising that child, or I'm not responsible. Let the parent do it. But you're taking accountability for yourself and how you present yourself, and you're telling young people to respect themselves. And I think that is
That's huge.
Yeah, that is huge. Yeah.
Allie, is there any kind of role you wouldn't take? You want to share that with us? What your boundaries are, what your limits are in the acting field that you will or will not do?
Yes, there's definitely a lot of things that I've actually turned down in my past, and it pays great, and it would be great to have, you know, that role on my resume and possibly have a breakthrough from it, but it just doesn't sit with my stomach and my morals and
You
my
got to live with
standards.
yourself. What does it pay to gain the whole world and lose yourself? We'll be right back with the beautiful actress Ali Froid. Stay with us.